All right, everybody. Deanna, thank you so much for joining me today to talk a little bit about your journey with SoulFit Nutrition Coaching. Tell me a little bit about what brought you into Feed Your Soul to look at nutrition coaching.
Well, honestly, I thought I was dying. I had such terrible time getting breath. And the day I walked in, I could barely walk from the car inside. And I've done some medical work and different things like that. But even the doctors have said changing your nutrition is what has really made a difference for you.
Cool.
So I feel so much different. My body actually, I can tell that my body feels better. And I just feel better all the time from when I get up until I go to bed. And I have more energy. Yes.
Yes. And you've been sharing some of your successes because I do remember when you first came into the studio, you were winded. It was challenging for that type of a short walk. But now you're walking more than a half an hour at a time. What's that journey been like?
Oh my goodness. My coach, Alma, encouraged me to start moving. And when I started, I couldn't even make it a block and come back. And that was about 3 months ago. Well, it was even closer than that because I didn't start moving right away. And on Sunday, I walked for 50 minutes without stopping, without getting short of breath. It's like a miracle. And I really think that I've been doing what they call a river walk. And
Yes.
so I'm in the water and I'm walking. And I've been doing that probably 7 weeks, 7 or 8 weeks. And I think that helped me get the stamina so that I could do it on ground.
I think that's fantastic because of the resistance of the river walk. Then you make it onto the sidewalk and it's easy peasy. You can add some hills and things like that. But even just thinking about a 50-minute walk, the things that you see, taking in nature, getting out of your house. And something you mentioned to me last week when we spoke was that you feel like you've gotten a part of your life back that you didn't have before.
Yes.
What's that been like?
Well, I used to be fairly active. And then once the breathing issue came about, it was like, I can't. And now a part of who I am is smiling at people. And so when I'm out walking, I get to smile at the neighbors, and once in a while I'll stop and talk. And it just feels like me again.
Yay. And that
So,
feeds your soul.
yes.
So, with nutrition, knowing that that was such an important part of this lifestyle change and this improvement with energy and getting out to nature, what were the specific things that worked for you nutritionally? What happened between you and Alma? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, for one thing, she introduced me to macros. I'd heard of it in the past and figured that it was just one of those fly-by-night things that you would hear about for a year or two and then it would be gone. I'm a Weight Watcher gal for 50 years probably, and never lost down to goal weight nor stayed there. I've done the yo-yo for 50 years. And the macros, once she helped me understand the ratios, made so much sense to me. And when I looked at the plate and thought about some of the plates that you see hanging in the doctor's office that tells you this is how you should eat. All of a sudden, it just kind of went, oh, I don't feel like I'm a dumb person, but boy, that really struck me. And I had no idea the importance of protein in losing weight. I thought protein was only for building muscle.
Right? It's a very common misconception. And so many females that come to us, no matter where they're at in their journey, no matter what age they are, no matter where they're at in the USA, like protein deficiency is very common. And you felt yourself shift. So what's your physical transformation been like with adding in some macros, focusing on protein?
Well, I just measured this morning and my BMI has dropped over 3 points. My body fat has dropped 5.8 points. And I've increased my muscle percentage by about 5%. Yes. Hallelujah.
That is remarkable. And that is the best type of body composition journey and transformation, because you had a muscle gain, you had a fat loss, and you're also feeling the non-scale victories of getting outside and being into nature and walking more. You're feeling better energy. And I know you recently were on a little bit of a vacation, and you were even telling me how you folded some of these lifestyle things with nutrition and walking, even though you weren't at home. So it seems to be sustainable.
I think it's very sustainable. I'm actually going on a trip again tomorrow, and I've got little snacks, protein snacks, packed and different things like that, so that I will be able to stay fairly close to the targets. One of the things that I've learned from Alma, and I just have to say, she is the most unjudgmental person I have ever met in my life. And her encouragement really helped me get through this. And now I forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay.
We were talking about your trip coming up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do a little bit of walk every time we stop for a rest break. And I just think that this is so sustainable. And oh, I know what I was gonna say. I don't have to be perfect with meeting the macros.
Yes.
Which is what my mindset has been for many years. Mm. So, and journaling on a daily basis in my Fitness Pal has made a huge difference for me.
Just to become aware.
Right.
Yeah. And I think I talk to a lot of people about how it's reality versus perception. We think we've eaten a certain way, but we actually ate that way. But the journal really does bring a reality and an awareness around, ooh, shoot, I really haven't eaten more than 200 calories and it's 4 p.m. Or, hey, I've already eaten 1,500 calories and it's noon. And it's just kind of having that understanding of what it looks like when you do eat a fast food meal. What does it look like when you cook for yourself? And just putting all that together over the span of 12 weeks, you can really teach yourself a lot about some of your habits and such like that.
Yes, I'm just so grateful for this program, and that I stumbled upon it on Facebook.
And that's what's so serendipitous, and obviously you and Alma were very clear to work with each other, a perfect match. I couldn't agree more. She's extremely compassionate, extremely non-judgmental, and all of our coaches really do work to meet their individual clients where they're at, find out what's working well, what's not working well. Did you have any, when you and I met, it was an immediate yes, but did you have any hesitations about the program or anything like that?
After you sent me the information, and I looked at the portal, my first thought, there's detox recipes on there. And my first thought was, oh my Lord, what if I have to detox? And so Alma and I talked about it last week, and it's like, that's what you've been doing, Deanna, but it's not the extreme detox that you hear about.
Right.
But other than that, I would say I had a little bit of financial reservation, and then I thought, you know what? You've spent way more than this on Weight Watchers over the years, and it hasn't worked. So let's give it a try.
I'm so glad that you did.
So am I.
Good. Well, for anybody who's watching this that might be considering what the program is and what it could do for them, what would you want to share with them?
I would say give it a try, do your best. And what I've really learned from Alma is that your best doesn't have to be perfect.
Well said. Perfectionism is definitely a plague, and it stops us in our tracks. It reverses us sometimes in our tracks. Yeah. And I think having compassion for yourself, but also having that ambition to still keep moving forward despite a hiccup, I think that's half the battle for most people. So I love that that's front of mind for you.
Yes, very definitely. I'm just extremely grateful that I walked through that door.
Well, we're grateful that you did as well. Thank you for joining us today. Anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
Nope, I think that's good. Just thank you so much.
No, thank you. Seriously, because you saw it on Facebook, you made the appointment, you came in, you said yes, and you followed the coaching and you asked questions and you folded into your life. And that's why you've got the results that you've got, both physical and emotional. And that's powerful to know that you are capable and you've done the work and you decided to change the pattern from being that chronic Weight Watchers, gaining, losing, to let me try something different, apply myself, and really make a difference in my health. And you did that.
I did.
Love it. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, Deanna.
Okay. Bye-bye.